This trendsetters is a perennial basil, and I would have to say that this is the best bee attracting shrub I know of. And I've got 5 reasons. There's probably a whole lot more, but I've got 5 why I think this is the best bee attracting plant I know of. Number 1, it's always in flower. At the moment, even now, this time of the afternoon, it is just humming with bees. They love it. They just love it. But it's always in flower. There's obviously other plants, flowers, shrubs that attract bees maybe in bigger numbers. Poppies come to mind in spring, but they only flower for like maybe 6 weeks of the year. This flowers all year. It might slow down a little bit in winter, but otherwise it's always got flowers on it. It's always got bees around it, and not only honey bees or the, what do they call it, the European bees, little native stingless bees, flies, wasps, butterflies, all around. Just fantastic. Number 1. Number 2, bees love it. Clearly, so that's a big help. But I've already said that. Oh, it's dead easy to propagate. I've got half a dozen of these. I found this downtown, would you believe, in the city, in the middle of our city. And as I was walking into a shop, I noticed all the bees hanging around this bush, and I instantly recognised it as a perennial basil. So I broke a piece off and brought it home. And from that one piece, I've now got half a dozen shrubs, bushes. I don't know what you call it. It's a perennial, so it's a sort of short-lived shrub. And yeah, so now I've got half a dozen all around the house to help bring in pollinators, bees, and all that. They're everywhere. It doesn't need a whole lot of attention to grow once established. I think in the beginning, after you've struck your cutting and you've got a nice little plant in a pot, you plant it in the ground and you do all the normal care things that you do. You add compost to your soil and you mulch and you keep it well watered. And in no time at all, this is probably 1 metre by 1 metre, maybe if you're in a warmer climate, I'm in a warm, temperate, they reckon, temperate zone here. So if you got into subtropical and tropics, it might get bigger. It is a subtropical, tropical plant. I can get away with it here. I think maybe if it was a really cold night coming in during winter, I might consider covering it. But I've had it for 2 years now. I've gone through 2 winters and it's been fine. So climate's colder than mine. I mean, I'm here in Toowoomba. I've only got to go 10, 15, 20 kilometres to the west here and you can get down to -10 Celsius, and if that would be the end of it, it wouldn't work. But here, at the most, I'll get down to 0, as cold as it gets. You get a lightish frost, and it doesn't seem to bother it. Not only is it a great bee attracting plant, you can use it in your cooking, and it also has several medicinal purposes or uses, none of which I know. I have only got it for the bees and the pollinators. So if you want to grow it for cooking or medicinal purposes, then you'll need to do your own research. But now I'll show you how easy. All you need, just a little pot, little 4-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch pot, just straight potting mix. That's all you need, and keep it in a protected spot. 3 to 4 weeks in summer and it will strike. I think you could strike it almost any time of the year except the middle of winter. I've struck it in spring, in summer and autumn with no worries. Quickest in summer, that's all. And all you need is a piece like this. Cut the flower off, because there's flowers everywhere. You're not going to get a piece without flower. Cut the flower off. Cut. So that's 2 nodes, just trim below your node. Maybe take those two big leaves off. That's your cutting. You bury that 3/4 of the way up into a little pot of potting mix. In 3 to 4 weeks, you've got a new perennial basil plant and heaps of bees. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to share. Bees love it. It's easy to propagate. It's easy to grow. I rarely water it now. It's just living off rainfall. Maybe on a really hot, in a bit of a hot, dry spell, I'll give it a bit of water just to get it through to the next lot of rain. Otherwise, just bees love it. I love it. It's fantastic. So if you want to attract a lot of bees to your garden, perennial basil is the way to go. And that's all I've got to say about it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Really love it if you do. Helps the whole world go round. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers and bye for now. They love it. They love it.